Level 4 is not a theory. Your life was programmed before you knew it. Brain chips are only the distraction. Now we enter the abyss.
This technology will change everything.
We must maintain perfect order.
We begin at the surface, with what the elites allow us to see on television every single day. But the truth behind the screen is far more sinister. Let's speak clearly about Elon Musk and the Neuralink project. Officially, we are told that this brain implant is a medical miracle, designed to help cure paralysis or restore vision to the blind. But let's look beyond the PR campaign. The moment a neural interface is connected directly to your synapses, the flow of data does not move only from you to the computer. It also moves in the opposite direction. Think about that carefully. Whoever controls the central servers controls the electrical impulses inside your brain. We are no longer talking about simple GPS tracking chips. We are talking about the ability to introduce fear, anxiety, obedience, or artificial happiness directly into your subconscious mind. In essence, this is the first step toward transforming the population into a digitally controlled hive, where the very concept of free will is completely erased. At the same time, look at what is happening openly on the world's biggest stages. Hollywood award shows, Super Bowl performances, and high fashion galas are no longer just entertainment. They have become mass initiation rituals. The symbolism is everywhere, and it is becoming more aggressive than ever. Top artists acting possessed during their performances, stage designs filled with pyramids, the all-seeing eye, and altars that appear to imitate dark ancient deities. Why do they do this so openly, right in front of our eyes? Because in the doctrines of secret societies, there is a strict spiritual law, the law of consent. Their manipulation does not have full power over you unless you accept the symbol. And when millions of people watch these performances, applaud them, and consume them as nothing more than music, they unknowingly give their subconscious consent to the system. The elites show us exactly what they are preparing for us, but they disguise it as a show, so you believe it is only a joke. But all of this technology and all of this surface-level spectacle are only the smokescreen, because only now do we begin to descend beneath the ice, where the secrets become truly dangerous. We descend to level 2, where we enter the classified archives of the intelligence agencies and the U.S. military. Here, the political events we see on television lose their official logic and become part of a much larger game. Everyone has noticed Donald Trump's strangely uncanny ability to anticipate media attacks, predict the moves of political opponents, and respond to major global shifts with a precision that seems to defy chance. His supporters call it political genius. His critics call it luck. But the hidden trail buried in old archives takes us back to the year 1943. In January of that year, one of the greatest minds in human history, Nikola Tesla, died alone in a hotel room in New York. Within just a few hours, government agents from the Office of Alien Property seized every box, sketch, formula, and secret device Tesla had been working on in private. The government needed a top expert, someone with the highest level of clearance, to examine those ultra-sensitive documents and determine whether Tesla had created weapons capable of changing the fate of the world. The man chosen for that task was none other than John G. Trump, a brilliant physicist, MIT professor, and Donald Trump's direct uncle. John G. Trump spent days studying Tesla's papers. Officially, he signed a report claiming that Tesla's notes were purely speculative. But within military intelligence circles, it has long been believed that the most important discoveries were never made public. Out of that secrecy emerged one of the most heavily guarded theories of the military-industrial complex, Project Looking Glass. According to leaked accounts, Tesla had discovered a way to detect distortions in space and time. Project Looking Glass was not a time machine in the usual sense, not a device you step into to physically travel into the past. It was said to be a technological system capable of using vacuum energy to open a window into the future, allowing its operators to observe possible timelines and mathematical probabilities. The theory at this level claims that those documents remained in the family, and that Trump and his circle of military elites have used this technology to run scenarios and know exactly what move the opposing side is going to make next. If that technology is real, then no economic crisis, no conflict, and no high-level appointment is a historical accident. Everything is part of a carefully staged performance directed by those who have already seen how the play ends. But if you think access to the future is the most shocking secret, get ready, because the water is beginning to turn red. And at level 3, we enter the exclusive club where the price of power is paid in blood. We have reached the place where politics and technology come to a stop, and something much darker takes their place. Practices that seem pulled straight out of the worst nightmares in history. If, in the upper levels, we were talking about control over the mind or control over the future, here we are talking about belonging. Have you ever noticed the strange obsession among elites, from spiritual leaders to world-famous celebrities, with one specific piece of clothing? Red shoes. This is not just a fashion choice. In the hidden code of those who rule from the shadows, red does not represent passion. It represents blood and sacrifice. The theory at this level claims that in order to gain access to looking glass technology or to absolute power itself, one must pass through an irreversible initiation ritual. It is said that these shoes are made from a kind of leather that does not come from any animal. They are the symbol of the blood pact, a visible sign to other initiates that the wearer has abandoned every trace of humanity and morality in order to serve the system. But why is this symbol displayed so openly in front of everyone? Because, as we discussed in level 1, they need your consent. When you idolize a celebrity wearing the symbols of sacrifice, you give them your energy and unknowingly validate their system of values. And this is where the question appears, the one that throws us directly into the abyss. If these people know the future through Tesla's technology and seal their power through blood rituals, then who actually gave them these instructions? Are they truly the masters? Or are they only pawns inside a simulation controlled by something far older? Get ready. We are descending to level 4, the abyss, the place where mathematics meets the prophecies of the Simpsons, and where you will finally understand why nothing you experience is real.
At the very bottom, the lies dissolve. Beyond the theories, only mathematics remains, where reality itself is just an equation. What if the future is not a choice, but a code already written into reality? A digital blueprint of our destiny. Time is not a straight line. It is a massive branching structure. Here, every future is already written, like a completed program. Parameters adjusted, optimizing collective compliance.
We have reached the bottom of the iceberg. Here, theories disappear, and what takes their place is pure mathematics, along with what quantum physics calls the holographic universe. Have you ever wondered how the writers of The Simpsons did not just predict presidents or technological events, but sometimes seemed to land on exact calendar dates years in advance? The explanation at this level is shocking. They are not predicting the future. They are reading the source code. If Project Looking Glass allows us to see timelines, then time is not a linear flow at all, but a set of data that has already been written. Think of a video game. The entire code of the game already exists on the disk before you ever press start. At this level, the theory is that we are living inside a high-resolution simulation, and the elites have access to the administrative console. The mathematics behind this is called code correction. Current data suggests a convergence of timelines, a point at which the simulation must be reset or updated. That is why we are seeing a sudden acceleration of public rituals, mandatory biometric scans, and total systems of control. They are preparing the container for the great transition. Why The Simpsons? Because according to the laws of this simulated reality, the system administrators are required to leave fingerprints or clues about what is about to run in the program. This process is called predictive programming. When you see a major event on the news and feel that strange sense of déjà vu, it is not a coincidence. It is your brain recognizing a line of code that has already been run through the collective subconscious by way of the screens. The reason you were born in this era is exactly this. You are witnessing the moment when the code becomes visible. You are no longer just a player inside the matrix. You are the one who has begun to see the pixels of reality. This is the final level. Once you understand that reality is programmed, your only defense is to refuse consent and reclaim the sovereignty of your own mind. The light at the surface now feels very far away, but now at least you know the truth.